Hello, how's everybody doing tonight? We're gonna start the night off with a little bit of dragons. I haven't checked out the decks that MTG DVD has done lately because I've been building my own stuff, but I wanted to check out some of his lists because I'm always up for some fun stuff he has. And this one kind of caught my eye, especially because of the paradigms that are in it. I always like that. He has a smog, a lot of removal at the beginning to get to the bigger stuff. I think we're gonna rock this one a little bit. We got a couple decks we want to play tonight. We have an elf deck we want to try. We have a couple different ones. There was the wolf deck we wanted to try. Maybe even a little bit of the Ugin one we can play. Hey, legit, how's it going? Good seeing you. Mattia, how's it going? All right, let's get in. I want to play his take on the dragons. I've been really liking the dragons in this set. They're fun to play, but you need to be a little aggressive with it. Otherwise, you can get run over. But this one looks like it has quite a bit of stuff in it. Have you seen elves quite a bit? I think I've seen it twice so far. I would have thought we've seen it more. I did a elves deck on my own. I think I went too far into elves. I think you got to kind of pivot a little bit in it, and that's why his MTG DVDs list kind of caught my eye. Want to give that a whirl. We can keep this. We got a little bit of removal here. We can get death to our enemies down. Tap land turn 1. I am starting to see an uptick on Izzet again. This might be a mono blue list though. We're going to do this so we can leave the breaker up. We've got a ton of land. We're not drawing anything else, unfortunately. Allison, how's it going? Appreciate you watching the channel. Glad you're enjoying the content. I'm enjoying making it for everybody. We could try to... I think we're going to do this on their turn. We're going to hold off on try casting anything unless they do something themselves. Ooh, that's actually a pretty good one. I have a feeling we could have played this more aggressive. Probably got a counter up here. You know, I used to be a weekly drafter at a local store. I haven't done draft in a while in paper. I do like draft, but I just don't have time for it right now with making the videos. I was thinking about doing some more drafting with this set, but I just haven't done it yet. But I'm a big fan of drafting. I've always liked it. What's your favorite Hobbit card so far? It actually is the 2-mana enchantment, the white one. The road, Far Road, I think it is, or Road Goes Far. I forget what exactly it's called. Let's just reset this one. We didn't get much removal. We should have done the breaker earlier. I'm not sure if you've heard me talk about it, Allison, but yeah, it takes me on average, I'd say about 2 hours to. It's actually probably a little higher than that to record a video and edit it. Um, More if I'm. That's why I don't do a ton of playtesting with my games or with the decks I build and stuff. Um, a lot of it is just kind of raw. That's why usually at the end of the video I kind of give a breakdown of what cards I would swap out after getting to play it a little bit. Um, it'd be nice if I'd be able to. What goes first? We got 3 land. We got Inevitable Defeat. We can get death to our enemies down early. We got a nice sweeper here too. I think this is a pretty good hand here. Yeah, set releases were always fun. I used to go to those all the time. By us, we always had the midnight releases. A little harder to get to nowadays. Yeah, the Plains Fetch. That's the one I'm talking about. Seems legit. We'll do the Outpost. You got to edit videos for work, yeah. I got the editing dialed in pretty quick for how we do it. So there's a reason why you know, my videos aren't as polished as I would like them to be. It's the time to edit them is really the big factor in a lot of those things. Like I would like to cut out dead space and stuff. During gameplay, I pause if my opponent's taking a long time. Oh, he might just win right here. Oh no. All right. We unfortunately don't have anything here. We'll just get this down. Yeah, to do a really good video, it takes a long time. So I tip my hat off to those that do full edits on gameplay, which is just crazy. Yeah, burnout is real for doing some of this stuff. Like when you have to both record and edit. Okay, the boomerang death to our enemies. We take at least 9 here. We can sweep the board next turn, though. We'll try. Could have okay, they got prowess then. So this thing's staying alive, unfortunately. This one, at least. Oh, he didn't use it. All right, we got this. We can drop here. We could get Thor down to start attacking in. But I do kind of like the idea of getting death to our enemies down here. That new bear is actually kind of cool. I haven't put it in a deck yet. I don't think I have. I built a handful of decks that I played. No, I don't think I did play the bear yet. It's expensive for what it is, though. This is 6 mana, I believe, right? 6 mana for a 6/6. Another show off. Ooh. We could be dead here. Does he have another anger? We're just not seeing the amount of... I mean, for the amount of removal this deck has, we're just not seeing it. Hey, Chunky, how's it going? Just started. So we haven't actually climbed yet tonight. Testing out a couple different decks here from MTG DVD. Three GG. Okay, so it's 5 casting cost. How are things going for you, Chunky? What are you playing these days? We can try this one. We're not seeing our early removal, so maybe we should be mulliganing these hands. Is a deck. Show off. Seeing the same deck a lot, it seems. Or similar deck, I should say. We unfortunately don't have our removal. Yeah, there's a lot of interesting janky stuff to play right now. There's the first lightning. I think we just take care of this while they have only 1 land available. Spawn can kill their Quicksilver if we want. Just because they have land up, I think we're going to do this quick. This can't be countered, so there we go. We can finally do inevitable defeat if we hold off here. We don't have 2 red yet, which is kind of crazy. You hit Mythic fairly early? Yeah, that was my... You know, it's funny because I just looked and I'm like, whoa, there's only like 16 days left in the season. I haven't really been trying to do any ladder. I don't normally, but I've been playing so many janky decks and just testing so many different things that I never even left Platinum yet. I think we're going to end up exiling that. Hopefully we get red mana so we get Smog and we can kill off the Otter.
Great.
I guess we
Another
could use the
delay.
treasure too, but I prefer not to. We didn't get it. Let's try this. Well, that works out. That means we're going to trigger our death to our enemies. Oh, nice. Skelly deck tore up the ladder for you. We're actually going to fire this up twice. Oh no, hold on here. We should have actually. We'll do that. Do 2 there just in case. We should have actually targeted one of the creatures and killed the creature with our burst lightning. But we can trigger death to our enemies next turn as well. Okay.
Out of my way. Muscular on a mission.
Got an awful lot of treasures.
Together we can shift the current.
See if we can do 2 spells at least. Oh, that's interesting. We keep hitting improvisational. Oh, this is nice. All right, GG. Yeah, actually, yeah, you're right. You're right, Chunky. The first playthrough of that deck, I didn't realize that for the Sentry. I keep forgetting about that interaction with the Thrall. Thrall's not a card you see very often, and works with the that Skeleton Hound or whatever as well. One of the issues when you swap decks constantly, at least for me, I'm not going to claim everybody does this, but when I swap decks every day, I don't play a lot of games in them, so I sometimes miss an interaction that's going on. Bone Brute, yep, that was the one. All right, opponent goes first. This is actually a pretty good hand here. Ooh, they're pretty fast. This is a Skelly deck. Tiny Bones. Okay, what are we going to discard? Probably a Mind Stone. Get our other Mind Stone down so we can ramp a little bit. We got 2 Helixes. I got to fix the art. Alright, so he's got stuff that's just going to be coming back from the grave. We're going to save that for the real pesky stuff. Before we cast anything, let's get this down. We'll be able to gain a bunch of life here. That was the one we didn't want to see hit. We'll do this just to gain no life. Plus we're triggering the death to our enemies. We're hoping they don't have another Corpses of the Lost in their hand. Yeah, Synthesizer, yeah. Has a lot of neat interactions with that card. We can get this down. Ooh, Burst Lightning. We can start doing some damage to them, too. Do 6 to them. Yeah, that's the issue with copying lists, too, is because you don't know the intention people are playing sometimes with their lists. So the deck actually even performs way better than I even was playing it. And it even performed well when I was playing it, so pretty happy with it. We'll hold that in our hand because it has instant. Okay. We can Momentum Breaker if they want to. I think we'll just hold. I'll take 2, I think. We can always just get rid of corpses as well. It's interesting they didn't cast anything. I think we use this just to get rid of the corpses. It reduces the damage by 1. Plus, it prevents them from having haste in the future. It's really strange they didn't put these down, because they could have attacked in with them. Look at that mill. Momentum Breaker. The nice thing about Momentum Breaker is we can Mind Stone. I think we're going to burn our treasures rather than take the damage. Yeah, that's kind of funny that it has flash too. It could be a nasty card against the right decks. We will flicker this just to get rid of the creature. As much as I would love to flicker Tablet. Rakdos sack. It's interesting, Rakdos decks do not do well on YouTube, for me at least. I was talking with Jay Villain, and he sees the same thing. Not sure why, because a lot of the people that watch my videos like black decks, so I'm surprised they don't really watch Rakdos decks very often. Death for enemies. I think we do the same thing. Get rid of one of their threats. Yeah, the bit of a bummer about making content is a lot of times I gotta adjust what decks I'm playing based on what people actually watch. Sometimes when I just go, just play the deck I want to play, it won't do very good. When can we find grade 2 tap? Oh, that's pretty good. Oof. That is very good. we're in trouble. Well, land's not doing it. We're gonna have to flicker death or flicker tablet. Oh, I didn't hit the 4. Yeah, they got us anyways. GG. This deck doesn't have any copies of Flashback. I'm actually going to pivot away from it. We're not having too much luck with it tonight. Let's try the Elves deck that he had built. I've got a couple of his decks that I wanted to try. If anything, we can always go with my Mono White Ugin. I've been having good luck with that. This seems pretty slow. It seems a lot better. Keep this. It's gonna be an odd one to cast if they kill an elf. Battle Axe. They got some tricks coming. Elf down. We can return there. Return those cards from your graveyard to your hand. Okay. Guess we'll put Emissary. Tap land. And then we can get Gilt Leaf down. Let's see what they do this turn. A Kefka deck? I'm drawing a blank as to what Kefka. What creature is that? Cleaver. They haven't gotten their big payoff yet. Get that out. Back in. Start getting some damage in. This is an interesting include that he put in this deck. I'm not so sure about it. 2/2. Probably should have done the basic land. Get that down. Now we can get land back with this. I'm surprised he didn't block a creature. Alright, so he can kind of go hog wild here. He has a spell to attach all things. This would be 3/3 with double strike, vigilance, 5/5 double strike, vigilance, trample. Okay. I'm not sure what he was planning on doing there. Okay. Oh. Discard on enter the battlefield. Also has a flip side. Let me quick look it up. Oh, is that circus-looking guy? Or carnival guy? It is, yeah. Court Mage. Yeah, I've never played with this card. I don't typically play Grixis too often. Each player discards a card, then you draw a card for each card type. Each opponent sacrifices a permanent of their choice. Transform. And then it's a 5/7. Whenever an opponent loses life during your turn, you draw that many cards. Ooh. I'm trying to think of what kind of a deck I'd build this into. For some reason, I always go to Ugin right away. Anytime I see something with a large mana drop like that with 8, because you're usually ramping up quite a bit with like an Ugin, so that 8 would be really easy to pay for. That'd be kind of an interesting deck to build. An Ugin Kefka deck. The only problem is this doesn't really have... Like, this can die to removal pretty easily. I'm just trying to think what I'd all do here. I guess you'd have to go with Core. And at that point, you put the Annex in. Maybe a Soul Iron. We could go... I'm trying to think of what would be good for... Yeah, 2 mana removal. That's the problem with cards like this. I mean, the nice thing is at least you 1-for-1 them if you get this into play. But they get to choose the card they discard, so it's not that amazing. Because they could just discard an extra land out of their hand. Yeah, the color combinations allow us to do a couple fun things that we can do. We can do draw spells. We can do... I mean, you could do lessons. That might be the way to build this. Do some like cheap counters. Let me get this over to the side so we can see the cards better. We might get rid of the boomerangs, but we'll see here. Accumulate wisdom. We're going to want... Funny thing is, even something like these would work. I think we need to do like a firebending lesson. Combustion. Capstone would always be good. Abandon. We're already at 60. Manaleek? The Manaleek Wizard. What's that name? I guess we can just search Manaleek. No, what is its name? Get rid of these two. That came out of Strixhaven, right? Wizard. Actually, isn't there the sorcery? Search Wizard Blue Instant. There it is. Mana Sculpt. But we don't have many wizards in the deck. That's the problem. I mean, you could build around that, but I don't think this is the deck for it, unfortunately. Gandalf? Yeah, Korra is a wizard, you're right. I guess at worst it's just a counterspell. We can try that. Wizard Instant. Red Gandalf. Talking about this guy. It's a 3-mana counter. 3 steps is better 95% of the time. Yeah. You'd have to have core in play for that to matter. I don't like only having 4 wizards. I think you need to have more. 3 steps is probably the play here. The other thing you can do is you can copy your artifacts. You can actually copy your core if you have it in play. So you're ramping anyways with that. I think we don't want to run any more than 2 Kefkas. So we have Kefka and we have Unholy as the win con. We don't really have any other win cons, do we? We should really add something in here. We didn't put Ugin in here. I don't know if we want to put Ugin in. Question. I guess this does reduce the amount of counters that we have in there too by adding the 3 steps. Drop. We can keep that. I do like the idea of pivoting from lessons into like an Ugin control-y type with the court mage to like discarding. That makes it kind of interesting. Oh. You're talking the one from Marvel set. The one we were just playing. Oh, jeez. Not basic. There we go. There it is. That's where enemies that you're talking about. What am I putting the ring on in this deck? I'm not putting any ring on this deck. Maybe we go down the cores. And the annex and just go with the... I mean, we're kind of just building it out as the artifact deck at this point, or the lessons deck kind of. But we can use the other artifact as ramp. There we go. Tablet Discovery. I do want to just throw an Ugin in there. We will go down Capstone. Let me look at the land. We're very little black in this, aren't we? We're even going to get rid of the Soul Stone because of that. Which means we need to make sure we have black available when we get the Kefkas. You're right, actually, that also can get us the black mana for with the death to enemies getting the treasures. That's a good idea. Here we go with the blue-black land. 16, 20. We got two too many. Probably that way. Get another eye rose in there. We'll give this one a whirl. If I was to make a video, I probably got to shoehorn a Hobbit card in there. We have removal, but we also have death row enemies. Tap steam vents. Wisdom down. Got lucky they didn't cast anything turn 1. Wow. We'll take it. Primal load. They kind of got the same thing going on here. We're going to have to do this at the end of their turn, unfortunately. Oh, they got 2 of them. Jesus. Well, we need to find an answer. Hopefully we could find like an Ugin even. Well, I don't think we're hitting any of their creatures. Quench is interesting, but I think Wisdom is just what we need. Hey, look what we found. Crazy thing is I still think Tablet's the better play. Because that's going to die real quick. This wasn't a good deck to face, considering they don't have any creatures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana. If we get an Ugin, we'll be in pretty good shape. They could cast something and deal 7 to us. Okay, they could just straight up kill us here. Do they have one more spell? They do. We'll try this one more time. we'll try it. We got a lot of ramp here. Should be able to get this out pretty quick, hopefully, if we can find black mana. Let us counter something. Hey Brent, how's it going? What are you up to tonight? Is there a card that can fetch Ugin? There's black cards. Splinter or Shredder? Is it Shredder or Splinter that you can fetch? And then there's another one that also the prepared card allows you to search. I think we just get this down. We have black mana available. We can get this down next turn if we want to. Okay, no more lies. Never mind. Stock up. We'll get tablet down. Hopefully we find a land. Didn't find a land. We're going to do this so we keep our counter up. I should say we found a land, but we did find the one we wanted. Oh, they're going to tablet the Discovery? Perfect. Perfect one to counter. Breach the Mirror. Yeah. That'll find it to put it in your hand. That's probably the one. I think Woe is really good. Beseech would get it to your hand, but at sorcery speed. Right, let's get this guy out. Each player discards a card. Get rid of one of these. Hey, we got Capstone alive next turn. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need 2 mana to flip this. Ah, they pushed it. That's a bummer. Let's just get rid of that one. Not having luck here with they're discarding. Oh, that's pretty good. I mean, we can recast or cast our other Kefka. Discard this one. New blast deck with Smoth. 3 steps ahead is kind of nice to have. Ooh. Well, there goes our last Kefka. I just realized we got rid of our unholy... Death to our enemies is our only win con left in this deck. Okay. Get rid of their Discovery.
Preparation I grant you. I see no insight.
Post your deck in Discord. I'll have to check that out. 4 damage. Another Ugin. We get to try to find some stuff here. Tablet first. Land. Alright. GG. Let me open up Discord here. War Leader's Token. Alright. Is this the deck you're speaking of? Yeah, this looks fun. It's Kefka is a neat card because of the discard thing to allow you to draw, but it's an expensive card at 5 casting cost. It's going to be near impossible to flip before they kill it. I don't know. It might be the kind of one that you want to get the ring on. If you can get the ring on Kefka, that would be pretty strong. But that would be 8 mana. Kind of interesting to play around it, I think. I haven't tried playing the dwarfs yet. Yeah, there's so much good removal, and the problem is every set that gets released, there's more. So really, every list is optimized for removal. At least this can ramp us to get these out. And then we can cast other stuff. Political Triumph can go down early. Hopefully we draw some other stuff to do on turn 2. Oh shoot, that comes down tapped. I thought that was the... Oh, okay. I thought it was the one that comes down untapped. I guess we found our turn 2 play. Yeah, but you also want to make sure that you're able to attack it with it. And make sure that it has evasion. I guess you could hold up like a spell that gives it hexproof or something. I might just be overthinking it. Maybe you just get something that protects it. Give it indestructible if someone tries killing it. What's with the Izzet decks tonight? For its cost, I don't know if it's really worth it. If you're not flipping it, though. Eight years ago, that'd be an insane creature, but nowadays it's like questionable. Okay, we can get this down. So is Gandalf and Slickshot. We don't have any interaction, do we? I guess we can hold up the rally. Don't play that. Maybe we should have held up the rally. for when Slick Shot goes off. That was probably a misplay to drop the tablet. Okay. I don't think we need land. We need removal. We're gonna have to hold this one up next turn. So let's get this out. I want another one. I mean, in the future maybe, but right now I don't think that's what we want. We're gonna probably use Requisition Raid. I'm hoping they pump it again. Okay. Hold on here. Oh, never mind. I was looking at the wrong card. I kept looking at Raid thinking it was this. Oh, that was a bad mistake. Yeah, definitely misplayed that. Sorry about that one, Brent. I guess we're gonna have to hold that up. Yeah, you're right. I should have cast the Requisition Raid. And then I would have been able to cast this. Every time I was looking at this, I was thinking it was one casting cost. That's a little too slow. I really screwed the pooch on that one. Let me just start again. Oh, man. Let me give this one 2 more games. See if I actually play the cards right on this one. Yeah, the surprise sneak is really nice. That works really good with that political enchantment. Hisk or whatever. Alright, Queen of Dale. Opponent goes first, unfortunately. Duress. They can hit our Dragon Fodder, unfortunately. Or release the dogs. We're confident. Let's get this out first. We can do Antiquities into release the dogs if we get the land. It's down. Go to one of her. Alright, they turned it on. Dragon powder's pretty good too. 2 red. 2 sorcery. Yeah, keep that on top so we can release the dogs next turn. We could have a sweep coming up. Release the dogs is going away here. Why did they grab that one? I guess they don't know what we're drawing. Sweep would be kind of rough on us, admittedly. We'll do that. Sure. See if he blocks here. Okay, he doesn't. Duress. We can duress. We'll take 4 next turn. We gain some life. Well, he's going to duress next turn, so it doesn't really matter. Not good. We don't have a way to go after their creature. They're going to be gaining quite a bit of life here. I guess we just do all in. They're going to gain 4, though. Doesn't feel good. Alright, I have a feeling a sweep's coming up. I guess we're going to take 4 here. So we have to beat them next turn. Oh, only 3 damage. Well, that just got us. All right, one more game with this. Then I think we're gonna just move over to the Bilbo Ugin deck. This can get our white. We do have red. Oh, this can't get our white. We got a mulligan. Now we're stuck on white, but I think we're going to take it because of political triumph. We'll toss that one. We're just not having much luck tonight. Gonna be a quick tablet. We need land. card. We're just going to do that. We can replay it. Keep the red. I think we double block that. Did I miss that I have first strike? Oh my god, I'm playing terribly tonight. Yeah, we're hosed on this one. I'll have to get another spin later there, Brent. Combination of mana issues as well as me doing misplays isn't helping the situation. Let's put it that way. There we go. Bilbo's Wreckage. Here, we'll quick look at the deck before. Never mind. Basically, it has a lot of removal sweepers. Bilbo's Gambit is the big one in the deck. Allows you to bounce stuff back, but it has a Roads Go Ever on, which is the key to this deck. A couple sweepers. So the nice thing about Roads is you're able to get your mana that you need to get up to the sweepers. We'll keep it. Hopefully we play against the creature deck, because that will help us be assured that we got something. Duress. Well, hopefully they don't go after Roads, but I think they are. Interesting. Okay. Are they just a reanimator deck? Or are they discard? Now we're drawing lands and now we're getting flooded. Oh boy. Alright, we can get up to 6 land here. Low state. Not the Ugin. Gotta get up to 7. Two more turns and 1 land draw. I think we do this. Try to see if they have a counter spell. They didn't. I guess they didn't use it, but they do. Okay. So you're gonna turn on the reef? We can kill that. Okay, they hex that. Mindstone. It'd be nice to harness that because then we can just keep flipping Overlord. There's 23 lands in this deck. We're running it light on purpose because of all Oh, great. Well, we can kill the reef with the Get Lost. We just gotta hope he doesn't have anything in his hand. Iron Crag. We need to keep those both. So we'll do the Day of Judgment. Get rid of Doomsday. Actually, no, we needed to keep Doomsday, didn't we? Shoot. We did that wrong. We should have let them hit us with the Doomsday. They drew it. Oh, geez, they have that too. They could use it as well. Yeah, it doesn't matter what we're doing here. Can't go after anything. GG. We'll take a peek at the deck here real quick. So we're on 23 lands. 3 of them are air temples. We can actually increase this to 4. I think that's what I was thinking of doing. We have a lot of tokens that we can create with the deck. I did want to get rid of this. I'm trying to think of what I wanted to increase in the deck. Maybe a Get Lost? Or do I want to go for an Elspeth? Elspeth is good because she's removal and it's the game plan. Let's do that. It is a rough night, seems. That's okay. It's Magic. You'll have those. Alright. This will help us ramp to get it up, but we don't have what we really want. This isn't really a great hand. We'll keep this one. We will send a land back because we have the roads. Sometimes you can end up with just way too much land in hand when you're casting these. Black? So what's nice is if we continue this same path, we'll be able to vestige and warp it in and play an additional land, unless something else is better. Play some rock. I can give it a whirl in a while. I'm gonna play this one a little bit. 2 lands. So they're playing a Smog deck, it looks like. Treasure Smog. See if they get Smog out this turn. Might be a good idea for us to keep Bilbo up. Or we don't want to give them treasure. Day Judgment. So we're just going to slow the game down, I think, with Bilbos. Because I think they're going to be casting a Smog. Interesting. Let's do this. If they cast a Smog, we can Day of Judgment. We could also just drop the Dragon now for 4, but we'll see what they do. Okay, we're getting another one. Okay, we'll take 2. Okay. A lot of land. Well, we got Bilbo's and we have Get Lost. I think we're going to take a hit if he drops this. I think we're okay with that because we have the Day of Judgment. I think we let him do that. Funny thing is, we can counter the ones they cast. Okay, that one we're gonna do this. I was gonna say if they cast this card, we could actually counter it back to our hand, which is interesting. I don't think we want to put that back in his hand. We'll let that pump. We could Get Lost, but this is only 5 damage, so I think it's best to hold on to that Get Lost for the future. All spell's pretty good. We'll sweep. She's probably gonna end up killing something. We'll see. Does have trample. He's gonna get some flyers. That's not good. So if we plus this, stays alive for 1 turn. We can warp this, get our Elspeth into play at the end of the turn, but then we can't plus it. We have Get Lost available. Nothing's ideal. Do this and plus it.
I welcome all allies.
We can block. They can do 5 to it if we do a double block. See where they're going with this. They could have inevitable defeat. Better triumph. They got it. Surprised it took them that long to cast that. It's not like we have anything else going on. We'll try. Nope. That's too late. Maybe we'll go to your rock list. That's what we'll do. I just grabbed it out of the Discord for the next game. Yeah, my precious in there. Hey, Seems, how are you liking that My Precious card? Curious how other people have been experiencing it. Settle. We can get them down to 10. I think we let this happen. Now we get High Pool in play. I think we hold on to this just in case we draw an Ugin. We can kill their Overlord at the end of the turn, probably. We do have their Dragon, they can get out. Maybe we get lost that. We'll have to bounce the Dragon, maybe? Just to slow him down. Kill that. They can do both the Expensive Taste and the Dragon down next turn if they want to. At least we could start getting some damage in. We are at 1 though. We need to find a card that can deal with the Dragon. And whatever he found from our deck. Probably know they're going to drop down an Ugin or something. But Ugin doesn't really do a ton. Okay. Pump it up. Real land. Wanderer. That's another blocker for them. We need like a sweeper. That's a good one for them. Oh, another land. They got us. Alright, let's check out the rock list. We need to find a deck we're having luck with here tonight. Check this out. All right, we got Shoot the Sheriff, Bitter Triumph, Betray, Curator, My Precious, Preacher, Pulse, Acolyte. I always like the Acolyte. Professor as well, Vicious Rivalry. This is a card that I always want to play with that I just don't ever include it in deck, so I'm kind of interested to play with that. Got nice sweepers as well as you got 2 of the Paradigms. And then, of course, Liliana, which is nice. Caverns. What do you set your Cavern to? Human? Or Cleric? Cleric. I'm guessing you set this to Cleric. And cap. Yep, typical dance. All right, let's rock this. Oh, you have another? Did you put another list in the Discord? Oh, this is the second list. Okay. Yep, Cleric you pick. Okay. Just let anybody know that's watching. You can always post list in my Discord if you're interested. I can post the link to the Discord here. All right, let's see here. We got 2 lands. Shoot the Sheriff. We can give this one a whirl. Need to draw into some lands. Okay. We're seeing a theme on a lot of these decks we're playing tonight. Come on, land. There we go. That might have saved us from a counter, but we don't know. Destroy creature. So they're playing a discard deck, I think. Man, what is with our hand draws tonight? I think we get rid of one of these. Yeah, 24 in the land on the list. Man, they're curving out perfect. And we found a land, but it's just too late at this point. I think we just try to do the life gain triggers.
Congratulations. You. This will only sting for a moment.
Yep. I am getting the bad draws tonight, man. We're gonna go for. Actually, we can cast that. Let's do that one. Plus here.
have life essence to
And
spare.
we'll have removal for his land if he tries to pump that up and attack in. Jeez, look at all of this. Sanctuary, Sanctuary, Reef. Yep. And he gets it anyways.
Endings arrive too suddenly.
Wow. We have to hold up removal. He's not even attacking in with his stuff, which is kind of crazy. He pulled out another one? Oh, man. We got land. Alright, they got us this game. We'll go on to the next. He's taking a beating tonight. Let's see here. We can get early curators out. My precious. I think we'll try it. If we got the place. Get it out right away. So they're middle deck, it looks like. Alright, they kill our creature, so that's not fun for us. We can do another Kenai. Or get rid of that. And now we're flooding land here. We're going to keep up our My Precious in case they try killing our creature. And we can also start exiling our own stuff as well. Alright, core. paying attention. Looking at a list. Let's go after our creature. Turn. Let me cover up. Might as well just equip this right away. Do they have Hex available? It'd be crazy if they do. I suppose they have 2 mana on tap right now. Oh, they're just star charting. Yeah, I think it is definitely the balancing, the yin and the yang, we'll say. Let's get this on there. Back in. They probably just have a sweeper anyways for the milling. So it doesn't matter that we have hexproof. They're up to 6 mana. Split up, yeah. It's a good thing we drew another land. We're worried about running out of mana. There it is. And a late game professor to make you think you can actually have a chance before they finish you off.
This effort. The right spell turns poison to medicine.
Yep. Down to 10 cards in deck. We drew a land. You got to get that land in. And it's minus.
Consider this your expulsion notice.
I guess we just go after the space time. That might buy us a turn if that's all they got in their hand. All right. They even countered it. And they have a Riverture. All right. Well, that was a game of Magic. I can say that. I'm looking at a couple lists here right now that I think we might pivot. See a dwarf list that seems to have a decent win rate. Hey, cool, Iro. How'd you like it? We had bad luck with it tonight, man. Then again, we had bad luck with every deck we played tonight, so it's been a rough night for us. Dig in a hole. This deck is Coaster Freaks. He's one of the people that's in the top of the Untapped standings. This looks kind of interesting. 8 rares. Ooh. All right. So we got the Dwarf Scout, Orden, Blacksmith's Talent, Goddess Equipment, Dark Creature, okay. Dwarven Mauler, equipped abilities, Costs 2 less to activate. That's kind of nice. So you can actually equip stuff to it for free, basically. Cost 2 is just a fantastic equipment. Kill the Resourceful. So it has Storied. Oh, you can equip your first equip ability active each turn, so you can make that for free. Chainsaw is pretty good. Put a hone counter on each equipment you control. And each hone counter on equipment grants +1/+0. In Dane's Company, this creature has lifelink as long as you control another dwarf. And then, of course, Leyline Axe, Double Strike. That thing's awesome. And Cavern obviously works for dwarfs. We're going to play this dwarf deck. And we're going to like it. Is Brent still here? Because Brent wanted to play dwarves. Yeah, I had a really good run with it for 2 days. I actually ended up I was like 14-2, and then going in tonight, we didn't win a single game with it. I think we only played 2 or 3 tonight with that Ugin deck. Chainsaw for removal. We got the Dragonfire Blade. We also have him. I think we just... I think we get him out just so we can start piling stuff on top. Get to have that into play right away, which is awesome. We can kill the Chocobo. Well, yeah, there we go. Second for 1. Can attach both dwarf. Well, this can get out of hand real quick for them. We need land, is what we really need. I want to draw land so we can drop a Dragonfire Blade, attach a Chainsaw. Skateboard. I guess this kind of has the same ability, so let's just do this. Want to tap. We'll tap theirs. We'll attach it. This will allow us to do 6 damage. Get this out. We can kill that with the chainsaw. Fortunately, that's tapped. Alright, GG. Look at that. Tides are turning. We only saw one creature that whole game, which makes me a little nervous. Simple removal would have ruined our whole game plan there. But taking down mono green is always a fun thing to do because that deck can go really fast even without Badger Mole. Yeah, we'll keep this. We even got ley line here. Submit that. Turn 1, we can get the blade down, and then the story works, right? That seems really good. I guess we could even get the blade on first, because we don't want it to get targeted. They're mono. So he can't even target this anymore. And we can attach this for free. Ooh, we can go nuts. Dwarf. We're just gonna go ham here. There is a potential for us just to die. We'll tap this one. That was perfect. Kill the student. Now we're not worried about that. That was a pretty crazy 1-2 attach the leyline axe to this, and this thing just becomes massive with hexproof. Love it. I guess we attached the blade. Getting the leyline with free allowed us to get the story down a turn early, basically. Alright. Each equipment we control, so we can do this first. So we got him lethal right here anyways, because this is double strike. We could put a land down and pump it, but no need to. Alright, 2-0 with dwarves. We also could have attached one of the equipment for free that turn as well. Got a ley line in here. We also have the Kaylee. Is that how you pronounce it? Kaylee. Probably butchering it. Ooh, this is good too. We'll keep. Submit. Let's drop starting town so we can get this out right away. If we wanted, we could attach the leyline axe next turn to it, but maybe we do. Because we won't be storied next turn. Let's get this out. We'll attach. Second. They don't deal with this. They have instant speed, so they have instant speed something. During instant. Skateboard down. We'll just tap the Innocence. Get all that extra damage in. Alright. So he can only block 2 damage if they block with both. Let's see if they have anything else to drop. They don't. We can do 4, so they have to block with... Yeah, they're just dead, aren't they? Let's get this down to start with. Attach this for free. And we're going to attach it here because of the double strike and trample. We're going to attack with both. I guess they were up to 9 because they're going to gain life as well. Maybe we should have dropped this, because then if we would have cast this, we could have attached it for free. That would have been the better play. They're still going to have to double block here. Oh, not anymore. Chainsaw. We can attach this for 2. Well, this first one attaches for free. So we could do that. I'll put that on that. We can chainsaw. Kill that one. I put that right there. No. All right, GG. Reno. I am liking the dwarf deck though. I've always liked equipment decks. Anything with the Leyline Axe is always fun. I have fun playing that. Slasher is awesome with the Leyline Axe. I love that combo. right. We do have that, so I think we're going to keep this. Getting this on early for this is really good. So let's go with a dwarf. Okay, we're going to play against a really fast ally deck here. We're not going to be able to have all three on the second turn. So we're going to have to cast this probably the turn after. Ooh. I can trade. I don't have a problem with trade. Get the starting town. I don't think that deck has a ton of interaction, does it? I'd love to do this because we can attack in right away. Okay. The blocks. Oh, they have something. Get that on. Hopefully we can actually do that. Catch that. Curious what they have going on their side. Maybe they're just playing full control. Okay. Yeah, 4 land they can tap. We can get this down next turn, which is huge. It has trample as well, so it doesn't really matter what they select. Yeah. Yep. Love that it has protection from monocolored. Okay. It can go after my creature. That's a bummer. Well, we can attach the blade and still attack in. Do we want to do this one? 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this would kill us then. Down to 8. They have another airbender. We'll see what they do here. Transform. Can't really attack in. Interesting. So we can do this out. See if we can find something. Chainsaw. We're not going to be able to attach it though. But we can kill this. And that's our double. What a crazy game here. GG. The deck just keeps winning. All right, I think we got one more game in us. Pretty crazy how good this deck's been running for us. We're 4-0 right now. Alright, opponent goes first in this one. We have double ley line. But this can get stuff on cheap. Let's keep it. We'll spin them both. A little risky if we only have one creature, but we'll try it. We can start attaching these things right away. No. Oh shoot. Could have attached both of them. Missed that one. But do they have anything anyways? It didn't matter. Yeah, so the neat thing is we could have actually had 2 ley lines on this right away. We're going to chainsaw. We're going to dwarf this. Chainsaw. Put the skateboard down. Probably should have done that before I chainsawed. Just in case they had a counter. Fabricator. Starting town. Alright, well I think we're going to be creating a dwarf token. Attach. Second. We can get a leyline axe on him. Curiosity. So. Gives it double strike. Alright. Draw a card. Guess we can't attach to anything, but we can create a creature. Oops. Undo that. Creature. We'll draw a card off of this. We need to get a card to make all of our stuff cheaper. The 1-drop red creature. Skateboard is not going to do it. Just hope they don't have removal. They do. Alright, they kill our creature too. Well, we can still go off if they don't have much removal. They draw a lot of stuff, though. That's the only problem. Okay. Well, that ain't gonna do it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we're just dead here next turn. GG. Well, want to say thank you to everybody watching the stream tonight. We're going to call it. Tune in tomorrow night. I'm going to probably stream again, and I have a feeling we might be playing some dwarves tomorrow night, because this deck was awful fun to play. Heck, I might even record a video with this deck and go from there. All right. Have a good night, everybody. See you later.